Live from your local news leader, KYTX CBS 19 News 10 at 10 starts now.
They were the three best friends anybody could ever have.
Two families joined together as one to mourn the loss of three Carlisle High School graduates. Three best friends who loved doing everything together from the beginning until the very end. Welcome to KYTX CBS 19 10 at 10. I'm Jillian Sheridan.
And I'm Justin Early. 10 minutes of non-stop news and a forecast to plan your day all starts right now. Our top story, several Rusk County communities shaken tonight by the loss of these three best friends.
Blake Winfrey, Nico Garza, and Tomas Garza all died in a car accident Saturday night. CBS 19's Courtney Friedman was at that visitation tonight. And Courtney, this tragedy is affecting many people.
Justin and Jillian, it really is amazing how many people showed up here tonight at the funeral home. They're here to honor and celebrate the lives of three boys who they say were the best of friends. Rows of pictures of three young men who spent their lives side by side.
I don't think you would catch one of them without the other.
If one of them's not there, they're on their way to get them, or they were just always together.
Hundreds gathered Monday night at the visitation.
It's very stressful. 1 minute we're crying, the next minute we don't know what to think. It's very hard.
Asia Ray Garza is Tomas and Nico's sister and says the only thing keeping her going is the special bond between her family and the Winfrey family.
We've known all of each other since I was born. It's really no different. They're like family.
The Garzas and the Winfreys, they're basically kind of like the same group to a degree. Like they all live together pretty much.
Zachary was never too far from the three boys either.
Outside of those three, I'd be the next one closest.
He's known Blake, Tomas, and Nico since he was 5. He says the three boys played football together for Carlisle High School and were inseparable.
Nico, he was a very eccentric person. He was smart, but he was very eccentric, very goofy acting. Then Blake, he always had a good personality to be able to brighten people up. And Tomas, a lot of people really didn't know him like the real him.
Tomas leaves behind a 6-month-old son, Raiden. Regardless of how each person knew these young men, there's no question they each made an enormous impact on those around them.
It's about my brothers and Blake, which he is my brother. I just want people to know that they were great kids.
Now the families tell me because the boys were all best friends, they will be buried together next to each other tomorrow morning. In Henderson, Rusk County, Courtney Friedman, KYTX, CBS 19 News. Justin and Jillian, back to you.
Hearts go out to those families. Thank you, Courtney. The funeral is scheduled for 10 o'clock tomorrow.
It will happen at the Spence Cemetery off Highway 42 in Turnertown.
1 year ago today, another group of young adults from Rusk County killed in an accident.
CBS 19's Courtney Friedman is in Price at an event set up by the family and friends to honor the three Carlisle High School graduates killed. Courtney?
Well, people from all over Rusk County came and packed this community center here at Hudgens Park in Price tonight, and it was all to remember these three young men right here who clearly touched so many lives. 1 year ago, tragedy struck the small town of Price when 21-year-old Tomas Garza, 19-year-old Nico Garza, and 19-year-old Blake Winfrey were killed in a car accident. Winfrey was driving in Turnertown with the Garza brothers in the car when he overcorrected and hit a tree.
2 of them were brothers, and the other one was another classmate of ours, but essentially all 3 of them were brothers.
A year after losing his 3 best friends, Zachary decided to throw a festival in their honor.
This event is known as the TNB Memorial Festival.
Bringing together a community that has provided love and support to each other during a tough year.
It's brought us together in a way that it's really made me realize what all is important in life. Looking back on the tragic loss of my friends, who I pretty much considered my family.
It's a family he plans to continue to support as much as he can.
Tomas, the eldest of the 3 gentlemen that died, he had a son that was not very old at all once he passed.
Money raised at the annual festival will go to a college fund for Thomas's son.
It was very touching. It was awesome.
Blake Winfrey's mother and aunt felt honored by the memorial event.
Well, I just think it gives everybody a time to reflect back.
As family and friends remember the 3 young men together, they're thankful no one will ever have to miss them alone. Community members say that the 3 young men whose lives were lost just a year ago will always be here in spirit, and that they will continue these events to make sure their memory lives on. In Price, Rusk County, Courtney Friedman, KYTX, CBS 19 News. Back to you.
Thank you, Courtney. I'm sure their memory will always live on.